Has anybody seen the goose? Goose! Goose? Gotta find that goose that lays the golden eggs. Welcome back, food lovers, to another episode of Sushi Day. I'm Allison, and today we are making something called golden egg curry, which kind of sounds like something straight out of a fable, doesn't it? This is actually a recipe from the Burma cookbook, and this is another request from one of our community members, this time from TheBard Vyune. This recipe starts off with the most important ingredient, the eggs. First, you hard boil them, and then put them in an ice bath to cool them down. Once they're cool, you peel them. But what makes them golden? So far, they're just plain old white eggs. To make them golden, we are going to pan fry them in a bit of an oil, and that'll make them bubbly and kind of brown around the sides. But to really amp up the gold of these eggs, we're adding turmeric to the oil. So pan fry them in that turmeric oil until they are golden brown and bubbly on all sides. Don't forget the tips. And then set the eggs aside. Drain off a bit of the oil, and now it's time for the curry portion of this dish. We are going to start with some diced shallots and some minced garlic. Those go in that turmeric oil that's left over from the eggs. And once those are translucent, cooked through, but not really browning too much yet, now we're going to add our tomatoes and some chili powder. Let all of that stew for about 10 minutes or so, stirring every now and then so that nothing burns. And then once the tomatoes have lost their shape and are starting to get ooey gooey, wonderful, delicious, then we're going to add some fish sauce for umami and a little bit more salt. Some sliced peppers are going to go in for a bit of that fruity floral heat. Normally, the recipe calls for green cayenne peppers. Unfortunately, the only thing that we could get were poblano peppers, which are not quite the same thing, but it worked out pretty well. They won't be as spicy, but it still will add that floral fruitiness that most chili peppers have. So if you can get the cayennes, great. If you can't, the poblanos seem to work okay. Lastly, you'll take those golden eggs that we cooked earlier and slice them in half. Then you're going to take those eggs and nestle them cut side down among all of those cooked veggies. Let it all cook together for just a few more minutes until the eggs are nice and golden brown on all sides, including the cut side, and you're ready to eat. You can serve this with bread, or you can do what we're doing and serve it with rice, with a little bit of that chili garlic oil that you see often. Don't you worry, we've got sun and our curry.
Oh, that works. It's fish sauce time. I am excited for this. Been waiting
When
for
I said
days.
fish sauce in the talking portion, in the prep portion,
Yes.
he was like,
Yes! Fish sauce, bring it! You know, I could probably I could bathe in fish sauce.
please don't.
I wonder
I
what will happen to my
kick you
skin.
out of this house.
Why?
Because you will smell up
You
everything.
can eat me. You like fish sauce?
Not that much.
Eat my arm. Flavorful arm.
Are you ready to eat?
Yes, let's eat.
Let's eat.
Should I feed you? No,
No,
it's fish sauce.
we know,
I'm eating this
okay.
time. This
He's
is
like,
all me.
Screw you. This is my turn.
Talk awesome.
Okay.
just
I'm not
eating.
going to get any of this,
No.
am I?
No, I'm just eating here.
Okay, so
Oh.
a little behind the scenes, what we do when we make these videos is we cook on one day, and then we film all of the talking and everything on the second day. So when I cook, I don't have to put on makeup or anything. It's great. But when we made this, we get to try it on the day that I cook it. So we actually do try it ahead of time. And it only, you can see from the video, it just makes a little bit of the veggies. But I had a bunch of all of the ingredients left over, and we enjoyed the veggie portion of this so much that after we were done filming, I made another triple batch of the vegetables just for us to eat because it's so good. Okay, give me.
I was just doing ASMR because we'll have a mic up there right there. So I'm just
Weirdo.
The veggie is where this is at. Even though the name of the recipe is golden egg curry, the main star is definitely the veggie. This reminds me so much of a dish, Vietnamese dish that has that uses okra. Because the way that you stir fry the veggie, it's become kind of mushy, but it still has texture, and it's kind of a little bit of, I don't want to say slimy because then I say slimy and everyone's watching this will think that it's gross.
Tomatoes get gooey, jammy.
Yeah.
It gets jammy. I think that's the term you were looking for because it's not like slimy at all.
Yeah, no. But it's like I said,
gooey, jammy, almost stew-like.
Yeah.
And it's delicious.
The flavor is just
But what
insane.
dish does it remind you of?
I can't remember.
Sour fish soup?
It's just maybe the texture of the tomato being cooked and
the peppers.
And the pepper, it reminds me of this very flavorful okra. I forget what it's called. Maybe there's no such thing. It just reminds me of it. It's the flavor is so deep, and
Almost
that's
like,
because of fish sauce.
Gumbo.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like it's got similar flavors to kind of a gumbo or a jambalaya.
Yeah.
Except not so meaty.
So like you were saying that we cooked this a couple days ago. I even tried the veggie on top of just salmon and rice, and that was delicious.
So these veggies can really just go with anything.
You just bake the salmon, right? Or is it baked salmon?
It's just baked salmon. It's super simple.
Or even grill. You can grill the salmon, cover this with sauce on top of
This
it.
could go with anything.
Yeah,
Steak,
it's so good.
Chicken.
So good. I don't even need the egg, even though the egg is good.
Egg is really
it's interesting,
but
the way that it's pan fried.
The veggies are the star of the show here now.
Even though the texture is interesting with the egg because you pan fry it, so the skin is a little blistered.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, but the star is definitely the veggie and the sauce.
And it's so flavorful.
Good.
Okay, so describe taste for these viewers of ours.
What do you think I've been doing?
It's good. It's good.
It's good. The flavor is just so complex. It's good. It's fish sauce.
That is the worst described taste I've ever
Allison,
heard.
I think it's because of the fish sauce.
I think
Okay,
I need
let's
to
just
try
be
some more before I
real.
describe it.
The fish sauce is the star here, okay? Not the veggie, the fish sauce.
It's earthy. It's sweet. Extremely umami because that fish sauce. The earthiness I think comes from the peppers, but also a little bit of like fruity floralness from the peppers. Do you taste it? A little bit.
Yeah. You're good at this.
But since we use poblanos, they're more earthy.
I'm just eating and it's just like, oh, it's just good.
rather than like the brightness of some other chili peppers. And since we use poblanos, it's not spicy at all.
Yeah.
Like not at all. And I'm really sensitive to spice. So there's no spice in this whatsoever with the poblanos. If you used the cayenne chili peppers, it would be a bit spicy, but we couldn't find those. And then the tomatoes just make it super, super sweet. Like,
I take it back. You know what? The egg, I like the egg. The blistery egg is fun. It's fun. It's interesting. It's yummy. I'm so bad at describing taste. I will get better, hopefully. You can serve this with either rice or bread, right? So I'm interested to try this with maybe some nice baguette or something.
Or some rolls or something.
Yeah. It's
To sop up the veggies.
It's just delicious. I didn't think that it was gonna be this good, but it's
I always love it when recipes surprise me.
Yeah.
When they don't look that exciting from the outside, and then you make it and you're just like, this is the best thing ever.
This is the best thing ever.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Like the pancit we made a few weeks ago, from the recipe and from the pictures on the website, it didn't look that exciting. But then we made it and it was like,
oh yeah, that was so good.
so
it was so good. I was craving it for a whole week.
I'm still craving it.
We should make that and put this on top of, put the veggie fish sauce stuff on top of the pancit and just go in for
Mix all the things.
Yeah, just mix in of just flavor town, just attacking you.
But yes, I am very happy with this recipe.
Yeah.
It's very easy to make.
Yeah.
And it's really, really, really good. Yeah, I think my only real, not even complaint, but just personal preference is that we really like the veggies and it didn't seem like there was enough. So that's why I made more.
So if you're gonna make this double the veggie,
quadruple
the veggie, you're gonna eat veggie with rice for the whole week.
Because it's so one of those things where you just have to chop a bit more. But then beyond that, it doesn't really take extra time to cook it.
Yeah.
And it's just so
good. So good. I give it
so
2 thumbs up.
4.
4 thumbs up. I'm a bull now.
As always, a huge thank you to our Patreon supporters because they do help this channel continue on. If you would like to become a Patreon sub, you can go to patreon.com/sushiday and choose any of the levels. We appreciate all of the levels from the very smallest to the very highest and help this channel continue making good food. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, hit that sub button and like this video because it does help our little channel grow. Every little sub counts. And if you want to see more of the food videos that we've made, you can check out this playlist right over here. We'll see you next time. Bye.
More attack! More attack!